Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It's tarot time with Cindy, my friends. Now, I am going to just tell you right away that you may find this energy reversed in this reading. But, you know, I think we can all be stupid at times. So, just look at it as well from the angle of how I'm going to be delivering it, because that's how the cards have been presented to me. I've already started with a few cards here. We're going to pull out tarot to look at it a little more deeply together. But, so I'm going to get right into it. I'm looking at a situation here where somebody should have kept their mouth shut. Somebody should have kept their mouth shut, but instead they engaged in an activity here where it looks like it was easier and short-term, possibly as well, more satisfying to not keep their mouth shut and maybe make fun of somebody or present information that might have been available to them to people that they should not have presented that information to, that caused that. Maybe they even did it just for a laugh. So maybe I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. Again, if you need to flip this energy, do it. But if okay, let me go with this. This is the underline of the cards that have first come out. We have assistance and silence right there, right? Like, okay, I'm going to help you here. Keep your mouth shut. So that's the other thing. I feel like there was some type of higher presence around you that was kind of like telling you in the back of your head, you know what, don't tell anybody. Don't say anything about this. Keep this to yourself. This is a good time to keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. But then here, now the birds, and particularly chickadees. Chickadees are very, very social. So they get together and they're letting everybody, all the other chickadees know what's going on. And this is fun. So it looks to me like somebody was at, I would call it a crossroads moment. This is really a crossroads moment. And so this is the underline. So this speaks to me of the past, and we're going to see in a minute, because right now, whoever you are, you're feeling really stupid. Stupid. So this is a crossroads moment where somebody should have used, I want to say, better discernment and self-control. Instead, though, it's like, haha, isn't this fun? Maybe it's getting attention too, because it even feels like I don't know. I don't know what this is about. Like, those details are not here, but it's very clear to me that somebody should have kept their mouth shut and they didn't. I don't know what that information was about or what or who or what it was around. But instead, they got into the social group, they got into socializing. Maybe there was even some type of drink involved here, and when somebody drinks, their mouth loosens up. And they started, and all of a sudden their attention, they're getting attention, they're all laughing together. Isn't that funny that this person said that, or this person thinks that, or I don't know what it is, but it's kind of, in a way, it's a little bit shameful, to be honest. I want to say that this energy feels kind of shameful. It feels really immature as well. So this is you. This is what you're looking, this is you right now. Stupid and longing and yearning and pining. So this is like, I feel like it is trying to make something better. It is, I don't know, there might even be an opportunity here that was missed or something like that. There could have been an opportunity of friendship. Maybe, there's so many options here with the cards that I have, but it's kind of giving me a vibe like maybe somebody shared something with you in confidence. And instead of keeping that confidence, you used it as an opportunity to get attention, maybe make fun of the person, or just to get a quick laugh here, or make a joke out of somebody. So it's left you in a situation where now you're longing and yearning. So you're missing out on something, feeling like maybe an opportunity was missed. I don't know. But so this is the actual situation. This is autumn with she who hesitates. I feel like, so there's something else that goes on in this reading where some of these cards here, the El Key deck, this is the Lace of Destiny, the El Key deck. some of these feel like it could be the person who was the butt end of a joke that you were making or, I don't know, engaged in. And it could be this person suddenly decides not to approach you or to expand their relationship with you. Because this is all about harvesting. So this is like, but somebody's like, I'm not going to harvest this. I'm not harvesting this. It also feels a little bit like it could be you now. Not feeling too confident about, because I don't know, I feel like there could be some shame here. This is really interesting because there's a little bit of the element in this reading that reminds me of the one that I did yesterday. That was collective. And like this person was dealing with pride. You guys were dealing with someone who had issues around pride and what else did we talk about? Accountability. Pride and accountability were getting in the way of, right? Because that person needed to, instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they should be apologizing to other people. And that's the first step to being able to at some point hold their head up high again, as opposed to, you know, what it was, like being a martyr and constantly feeling sorry for themselves. Because this is giving me the vibe of someone who's done something, like they've really messed up an opportunity, they were really stupid, they should have been quiet. Instead, they were having a good time here. I don't know. And the chickadees, just the birds, they are just known for being in a group and chittering away, spreading information. I don't feel like it's malevolent. Maybe it is in the chickadee world. I feel like for the most part, they're communicating and strengthening social bonds and also sharing information about food sources and things like that. But this is fun, haha. It's fun. Okay, so what is the frustration here? So, okay, it is slowness, forgiveness. So slowness, forgiveness. I feel like that there's, whoever this was made the butt of a joke, or their information was callously shared with others, that they are very slow to forgive, or the opportunity to seek forgiveness is a very slow process for whatever reason that could be. So that's the frustration. So it looks like to me that you were frustrated with how slow to show one's guilt and remorse. But you say, oh, but see, isn't that interesting? Because that's the process that the person from yesterday in the collective needed. They needed to apologize to others and stop, like, say sorry to someone else as opposed to just sitting in darkness and feeling sorry for yourself. Because that's selfish. Really, I mean, that is selfish. That's a selfish behavior, which I would say is not going to strengthen this person's position. Okay, so what is peace? What is peace for you? Or if there's someone, I don't know. It is to blend in and be still and quiet. It's so funny, no? It is the chameleon. And then we have this card that comes out with it. She who calms, stillness, purity, and quiet. Be quiet. Stop. I want to say that whatever's gone on is, or maybe, I would think that that would already be something that you would be considering. So if that's the energy that you're finding yourself in, you should stay there. Stay there, blend in. Don't seek attention, because that's also what this feels like. It's like, I'm trying to get attention here. If I share this information, maybe I'm out with my friends. Like maybe, you know, not sharing this information under normal circumstances, but they have this jug of wine. So I just feel like a lot of people get really relaxed when they've had a couple of drinks. They might talk and say things that they normally wouldn't. Their filter might disappear. Everybody has a different level of that. And then it's a good time. So maybe it was just a good time and we're all having fun. I don't know. I do feel like there's regret. I feel like it's like, oh, I was really stupid. And now I'm yearning for something. It looks like to me, yearning to be able to harvest, claim something that you want, but through that, you must first seek forgiveness. And that is slow. So it could also be slow to come. All right. So then here, This underline, she who rises up, empower, uplift, and elevate, and she who surrenders, chains, bondage, and release. Again, that's coming across to me like this person who doesn't want to build with you, or who's really hesitant to do that. Also looking at harvest and slowness, right? Like slowness is the frustration and harvest is the situation. These apples are only going to be ripe for so long. The apples are only ripe for so long. And then they start to sit on the ground and rot. And then they go through a whole process again of seed to ground, seed to nutrient, seed to growth, growth to tree, tree to apple. Like, there's a whole, it's kind of like this cycle. It's not, you can't skip. There's a lot of things that happen to get to this. That's the other thing, like to get to this, there's a lot of work that would have already gone into that. To get to it, to get to that point. So I feel like this underline is reflective of the person who has been made a joke of. They've risen up and they've surrendered themselves to the situation possibly. Or if you were somehow, maybe your words were being used to keep somebody like restrained or imprisoned or powerless in some type of situation. Because if we share words or information that we know about another person, and this information is even given to us or comes to us in some type of confident form, it's probably because there's some sort of vulnerability associated with that person and that information that you've received about them. So when you share that, you've opened up this person's vulnerability. So now they don't feel safe with you and they have to close out. Like that is a natural thing, right? Like, wow, this is like say this person confided in you in some way and said something that they didn't tell anybody else and nobody else knew this. But it became very apparent to them that other people now know this. And they're like, well, you're the only person I told. So now I know where that information leaked out. So this person would have no choice, honestly, to me, like if they find themselves in a vulnerable situation and that vulnerability, they have found themselves there because of information that are somehow confident that they know others have, but there's only one place that this information went to. So it's obvious that I am in a vulnerable situation when I share with this person. I feel like I'm going like full on like mommy here. What have you done? What have you been doing? Okay, so I want to see this. There's so much coming through with these cards. There's also something here where I just feel like I cannot stress enough how much. So this could even be, okay, if we have autumn here, which is symbolizing harvest, I feel like that this is not just something that was casual. Well, or, I mean, it could be, I don't mean it, like, it doesn't have to be a romantic sense, so I'm not saying that. It doesn't have to be someone that, you have been, no, but I want to say that this is someone that you have built something with. Because a seed had to be planted here. That seed had to be nurtured. That seed then had to start growing. And in that growth, only after a certain period of time of growth, stabilized, consistent growth, could you get apples from a seed. And now it's like, well, I'm not sure if I want to harvest this because it's something stupid. So it just feels like because it's something stupid. And it feels like something that was very, a short-term gratification in some way through other people's attention causes, like the apples are here now. The apples are here, but now I'm picking them. Somebody's not picking them. And but slow to forgive. It's really interesting. Building and destruction are two very different things, obviously, right? But one of the things I've always noticed through building and destruction and through reputation and destruction of reputation is that building and reputation can take decades. They can take decades, and through one instant, that can all be gone. Just like that. All be gone. It can take decades to build a house, to build a tower, to build anything. And all you need is one set of explosives, throw it in the right spot, the whole thing comes down. Because something has gone on here where it just feels very, very silly and short term. Having a good time, let's all laugh at this. And you should have kept your mouth shut. Really how it comes across. And you were getting help to do it. I mean, that's the other thing. There was something here that was tapping you on the shoulder to not say anything. Don't say anything. Don't share this with anyone, whatever it is. Because sharing is the thing here where it comes across is, you be quiet. And so the best thing that you could do right now, that's the thing that will bring you peace, is to sit still, be quiet, and blend in. I feel like you just got detention, or you're being guided to go into detention here. You just sit still and be quiet and think about what you did. If this person is not readily willing to accept your apology, that is that person's right. And I'm going to be honest. I mean, I could even look at this and think like this could be somebody who is in a relationship. And that could have been a solid relationship. But through one stupid act, destroyed it all. Like that's the really sad thing about like what I see here on the table is this. This tells me so much about what has been built into something. The effort that was made to be put into something here. And now you can't even get the apple. I can't even harvest this. And then, right, so then it kind of gives you the idea of like, what are the resources that we put into? You start thinking about that. What are the resources that we put into building something? And those resources in time and effort and other physical tools that we have around us, all wasted. Like it just feels like all wasted. But I mean, it's just understand too, right? The cycle of life here. The apple, if the apples are sitting in the basket and nobody's harvesting them, they will rot. They will get decomposed back into the earth, but they all hold seeds. The tree will start growing again. Yeah, I don't know. So tarot, I want to go into the underline first. Assistance. Shh. It's also interesting to be quiet about assistance. If you were helping someone, you should have been quiet about it. What's this assistance? Well, you didn't know what to do with it. I'll tell you that with the Two of Swords. See, it was like your intuition. Something was trying to tell you here. I mean, this looks like you were asking for help to be quiet. You were like, I don't know, should I really be quiet? What should I do with that? The Two of Swords. Maybe not even sure who to ask. Oh, gosh, that's interesting. So you can even see a whole nother layer of this reading here. Well, you possibly should have asked somebody for help at some point. There might have been something here that you should have asked for assistance or help with, and you didn't. It's definitely coming across that either being quiet when you shouldn't have, or blabbing your mouth when you shouldn't have. Because now this is like, I love it when I pull out the tarot now, because it's going to give us a whole nother layer of what this could be for somebody. So the silence. can be choosing, well, I'm not going to get help with this. I'm just going to be quiet. The silence, the 10 of Cups. So that is like not, right? Not talking to the group. Some of you too, this could even be like some type of relationship guidance or help also. Not taking it. Birds. Maybe getting advice from, this could be getting the advice from the wrong people. Because God, right, it's like, well, God or Jesus standing here, I mean, it's probably the best advice that you could get, quite honest. But then not being sure. With the Two of Swords, well, I don't know. I don't know if I should get advice from God. Maybe I'll go get advice from my friends. No, the Five of Pentacles came out with the birds. And fun. The Eight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. That Eight of Swords is giving me the vibe here of like this bondage energy. Chains, bondage, release. There could be somebody here who's having even a new opportunity. Like that's moved beyond or past you in some way. The birds, the Five of Pentacles. See, they're not helping. I want to say there's something about... Birds can be competitive, right? All wild animals absolutely have to have a competitive and a cooperative energy, particularly those in social groups like chickadees. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if sometimes chickadees could spread rumors. Rumors when certain other chickadees come around that may not be recognized as part of their little flock or group and saying, boop, 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 yeah, there's lots of seeds over there. Oh, did you hear there's lots of seeds? It's because there's something about pulling someone away from resource, pulling someone away from acceptance, pulling someone away from feeling like they belong. Okay, do you know what else this gives me? This is like somebody, like, right, having an opportunity, but it's somebody else's expense. Having an opportunity, but it's somebody else's expense here. Autumn. Autumn is a situation. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. I don't know. I really feel like that's like somebody has seen something here and they know it for what it is. She who hesitates. The Moon. Now, somebody here does not trust you or doesn't feel safe with you. They might be a little bit, you know, fear might be a strong word, apprehensive. So, your energy is stupidity. Yearning. I want to say thinking you can fix something. I'm going to be honest. The Four of Wands and the Sun. It really does look like that. Like, I know this is coming off kind of harsh. I mean, but to think that, I don't know, to think that you could fix something here. Everything could just be better. She who yearn, like that's the yearning. See, that's not good. That's bringing you devil energy. The Five of Swords and the Devil. This is a situation you can't win in. It just feels like there's like trust here that'll never be gained back in some form, in some way. And I'm going to be honest, it all comes down to this Harvest card to me with why I feel that is such a strong message. The way it's coming across that, because if this was just someone that you were just kind of getting to know, right? Like someone that you're just kind of getting to know and you make a mistake and you understand that that was disrespectful or that wasn't fair to that person. And you know what? You don't have Because to me, this could be decades. I mean, it could symbolize decades. It could be a sibling or something who has betrayed you in like a really major way. And you're like, why would you do that? We have had like an entire lifetime together. And we were just getting to the point where things could be easier, that we could support each other in this ease, or there's a lot of fruit to gain out of that relationship. And now it's like the fruit's been cut off the trees, and it's just sitting there on the ground. Because somebody is like, I'm not gonna, that's also feeling like low-bearing fruit. So your frustration is slowness. The Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, like it looks like a family unit of some sort. Like something with some long-term history has been destroyed, I would say. And wanting to work, the slowness of working on this, the slowness of building up the family unit, the slowness of building relationship, but in forgiveness, remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. The Star is the ultimate forgiveness, right? The ultimate healing, and there's the King of Pentacles. I don't know. I could be looking at a situation here where somebody was married for years and then they cheated on their partner and their partner found out and their partner's like, okay, you know what? That's it. And I don't know though, but it doesn't feel like cheating. It feels like talking. And but okay, as I say that, there is more than one way to cheat on a partner or a friend or anybody. There are many ways that we can cheat on other people. And it does look like cheating on this person's confidentiality. So what is the best thing that you can do? You just sit quiet and blend in. Chameleon. The Seven of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Lovers. Wow. It's like to just be quiet and sit, maybe in a confused state, an unsure state, and your path will be shown for you. You'll have a big choice here at some point down the road. It's also to say that, you are not lost in God's eyes, because there is the Lover's card. There is something for you here. And maybe there's a massive lesson that somebody has gone through, so that when they are shown the higher path here, that they can take it and then they won't leave the apples to rot or callously allow the fruit to just fall off the tree. So stillness, purity, and quiet. The King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Well, that's interesting with stillness, quiet, because the King of Wands isn't necessarily an energy that would be still and quiet. But it would be, right, if you're quieting it, I could see it as the Two of Wands. It's knocking yourself back a couple pegs here. I want to say it's imagining how you can play nicely and fairly with those close to you. This is the Three of Pentacles. Well, this is quite the reading. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords at the bottom. I really do feel like somebody, like it's got that gossip energy, right? Tell me it's gossip without telling me it's gossip. Shh, be quiet. God's going to help you keep your mouth shut. And then I'm going to go out with the chickadees and have a good time. There. That's God telling us it's gossip without telling us it's without the gossip card literally coming out. All right. I'm going to go do the extended in this reading. I'm going to ask so after I pulled these out, I gave a bit of thought into this, and I'm going to ask, what was the hidden lesson in this? Okay, and I'm asking for hidden, so you might already know what the obvious lesson was. And I say was because there's definitely something that went on in the past. And I'm kind of looking at the current energy on the table. So we're going to ask, what was the hidden lesson in this? And then what is the hidden lesson in this right now? So thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.